Good morning. It's December 16th, and this is our daily tarot. I hope everyone's doing well out there. Looks like today we are facing some choices, and it brings me to the Robert Frost poem, Two Paths Diverged in the Woods, and I took the path less traveled by, and that has made all of the difference. The opening card that we have for today is the Five of Swords. Fives, as I've mentioned before, are a divergence of a path. So we get to choose one way or another. And being that they're swords, it brings up that there's something that we are still sitting with that's a bit unsettled. It could be a conversation, it could be an idea, something that we're picking up and revisiting again, and it's kind of taken over our mental space. And so the message within this card is, are you going to act or not act? You have to decide what you're going to do with this. Either you act on it or you let it go. The challenge that we're going to be facing today is the charioteer, also known as the chariot. You can see this individual is in a chariot that in front of it has two sphinx that do not have reins on them, and they are traveling away from a city. So it's this idea of leaving that which is familiar and moving towards something that we want to actualize. And what does it mean to have discipline to move toward that activity? Because this card is ruled by the moon. And so it speaks to this kind of ebb and flow of our emotions and how that affects our ability to move forward and towards something. And so that could be our challenge today. We're struggling with actually having discipline in moving toward that. And we're also learning this idea of self-mastery. How do we purposely set our attention on something so we can move forward rather than just letting ourselves kind of be led on one direction or another based on our own desire nature and where that can lead us. It can actually very easily lead us astray and lead us off of our path. The way that we're going to get through that challenge is the Five of Wands. So we have two fives coming in today, which is why I felt inspired to share Robert Frost's poem, because there is this divergence. There's this idea that we have options. We get to choose how we're going to respond to a situation. And the wands are all about our will and our action and how we engage with others. And if we engage with others in an energy of combativeness, or if we work with others in a way of actually learning. And you can see these five figures, and they could either be training with each other and dancing through life through these challenges, or they could be combative against each other. So this is showing us that we are going to be meeting some kind of possible obstacle today that we're going to have to figure out how we're going to work with. And it depends on how we show up, right? If you show up in a combative way, or if you show up in a way that you actually want to work with someone to get the best outcome for everyone that's involved. The overall outcome that we have for today is the Ace of Swords. So a single ace of swords is clarity. It gives us the ability to cut through things. It has a clear idea, a clearer sense of where we're going. There can also be a conversation or some kind of communication that comes in today that brings some sense of clarity. And consider that we started with Five of Swords and we're ending with a single sword. So whereas this person in the very beginning is, picking up these ideas, doesn't really know what they want to pick up, what they want to move forward with, by the end of the day, you will have some clarity as far as your direction and where you want to go. And it may come from conversations, and I would actually imagine that it also comes from that idea that Robert Frost put in front of us all is, what does it mean to do something different? What does it mean to engage in a different way with people and actually be in a form of exchange rather than combativeness? I hope you all have a beautiful day and you get some clarity today. I send you a good wish and so much love wherever you are. Mwah. See you again soon.